We do not realize that we are in a relationship with our partner's nervous system. Often we'll think, oh, I really like them because we have so much in common, shared values. I think they're sexy. This is their astrological sign and we match, whatever. The more we're able to regulate our nervous systems, and then if our partner also has that ability and those skills and we can co-regulate our nervous systems, then whenever we are in stressful moments within relationship or just the outside stressor of the world or impacting us, we will be able to calm ourselves and co-regulate with one another. And our nervous system can create either more chaos or more calm in our lives and our relationships, and it impacts our pleasure as well. Deep breathing is really powerful for our nervous system. This is how we regulate our stress. We have the nervous system and the sympathetic. The way I remember the two is parasympathetic, that's slowing things down. When we take a long, slow, deep breath, when we start to relax. The way I remember that one is I just think of para and parachute is slowly falling down. Sympathetic nervous system, I just think S for speed. It's speeding and amping things up. When our nervous system is dysregulated, we go into what is Frankenstein brain, our amygdala like danger, and we're not able to be so clear, think logically, and work through any challenges that we have. We're just on high alert and super stressed. It's really hard to problem solve, to make decisions in our business and our lives. We can feel so overwhelmed in these states and make critical errors, even in the medical field, financial errors in our business decisions that could cost a lot of money, and also for decisions in relationships. How often, I know I've done this in the past, be in relationship with someone and all of a sudden what would seem like such a silly thing that we were arguing about, it would escalate into something really wild. And that's because we just kept amping up our nervous systems and we were dysregulating, and we have mirror neurons. And when our nervous system is thrown off, it can impact the nervous system of the people closest to us. When you're regulated, you go into your logical brain. I call that the Einstein brain. That's problem solving. You have clarity. You're able to think clearly and find your way out of the chaos and be more aware of not saying things that could be detrimental to the people that you love the most. Sometimes we say things that we can't take back. So understanding these things and regulating our nervous systems can help us in stressful positions. This impacts our mind and body. That's why certain practices like meditation and yoga can be very meditative. It can really support our nervous system and our nervous system healing as well, because there is that connection between our nervous system and that stress, and it does have a big impact on our body. Even a meditation for 10 minutes a day could help you so much. Oftentimes we can think, oh my goodness, I'm so busy, I don't even have time to meditate for 10 minutes. I used to think the same thing. There's a saying, if you don't even have enough time to meditate for 10 minutes, if your life is that busy, you should be meditating for probably an hour, because you need it more than anyone if your life is that hectic. One of the things I noticed when I was a nurse is that when I would meditate before, my shifts would go so much better. Even the patients that I would get everything, it would flow so much easier. The other nurses I would work with on my shift, they would be wondering, what's going on? You're getting the easy patients and everything seems to be going easy for you. How I started doing this is I started meditating just by doing meditation when I would first wake up, and I just started setting my alarm like 10, 15 minutes earlier in the day. And I'll set a timer to be sure I wouldn't fall back to sleep, but set the timer with something that's not jarring, like chime, something that's calming. You don't want to get into a calm state and then have this wah, wah, this alarming sound bringing you out of that state. It's easier to get in meditative states when we're already in this brain waves that we're in whenever we first wake in the day. I used Headspace. Headspace has really great lessons and tools to teach you meditation, and they even have a thing where you can try the first few for free. I highly recommend that because I thought I was never going to be able to meditate. Movement is great, dancing and shaking off the stress. So one thing is just whatever emotion you're feeling, you can put on some music that would be more calming, or you could even choose a tune that maybe helps you let out some rage or frustration, right? And then go into a happier beat of music after that. One of my coaches is Preston Smiles, and he has a great thing he calls dance yourself clean. Allow yourself to dance. It's the true thing of dance like no one is watching, and you just literally want to feel how that energy of that frustration, that emotion wants to move out of your body and release it. The 3 tenets of Tantra are breath, sound, and movement. They're very healing, support our nervous systems. There's the Shiva Shake. Sometimes I'll do this one and I'll play the song by Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. This Shiva Shake, you just stand up and you start shaking your shoulders, shake your arms out, shake your booty, shake your legs, shake your feet, really shake your body and shake that off. If you notice in nature, if a gazelle is about to be eaten by a tiger, on the nature channel, we'll see if it escapes, it runs off and then it will shake its body. It's literally discharging that stress for the fight or flight in that moment, how it impacted the nervous system. Then it's fine. Animals are different. They don't dwell on stressors of the past. They shake things off and they keep moving forward, and that helps them optimize their health and keep their nervous system regulated. We can learn a lot from animals. Even my dog, if someone knocks on the door and it thinks it needs to protect me and it's on high alert, and then it sees there's nothing serious, then it will shake itself off. And that's just naturally what it does. Can you just imagine if we were out in the world and every time we got stressed out, we just started shaking, and we'd be like, what's going on with you? We really need to do this. Even if you can go into a bathroom if you've been really stressed, even if you're in your car, you could even one of your hands, you could shake your hand for a little bit. Or if you're like me being here on screen and on the computer, I can have my hands down on my side and shake them a little bit. That helps discharge that energy. So take a moment for yourself whenever you've been stressed and allow that to be released from your body. Otherwise, it just stays stuck inside of our bodies. And that can have long-term effects and lead to disease, which disease is just dis-ease in our body. Another great practice to do is a primal yell, just yelling like Tarzan. If you need to, you can yell on a pillow. If you do yell on your pillow, though, be sure you don't sleep on that pillow unless you have taken it outside and shaken it a little bit, the stress. This is a little bit woo, but so true. Or some sage spray to get those stressful emotions out of it. You don't want to lay your head down and have some wild dreams that are filled with stress, but you can yell into a pillow. If you're able to go in nature, that's something I highly recommend. Even in your car, if you yell, but then again, roll down the windows and let the stress release from the car. I want you to imagine a pressure cooker or a kettle, and in the day and stress, it starts to build up over time. And we can think, oh, yelling, that's so silly of me to have to do that. But would you rather take time for yourself and schedule a yell? You don't make that part of your day or part of the week when you go out in nature, and make time for that when you're feeling stressed out. Let some of that pressure off so you don't end up yelling when you don't intend to with everyone around you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I would not have behaved that way. Letting stress out of our body is so important. Just that vocal release, it really lets out challenging emotions and stress. I'm going to guide you into something that's called a Bliss breath. All I want you to do for this is just as you're sitting here, just put your hands in your lap with your palms facing up. Do a long, slow, deep inhale through your nose. Expanding your belly with air like a balloon. Just allow it to expand. And a long, slow, deep exhale through your mouth, gently relaxing your belly to your spine. Long, slow, deep inhale in, expanding your belly with air like a balloon. Long, slow, deep exhale through your mouth, gently relaxing your belly to your spine. Do that again. Long, slow inhale in, long, slow, deep exhale out. Continue to do that. Now the invitation is that with each breath to be longer, slower, and deeper. And if you're comfortable and you feel safe, you can close your eyes, because where your attention goes, energy flows. So just bring your attention inward. And just take some nice, slow, gentle, relaxing breaths. You may notice some tingling in your hands as you start to settle into your body and connect energetically. I'm going to add a body scan to this. I want you to let go of any tension you're holding in the scalp, the top of your head. Just relax any tension that's there. Relax and let go of any tension in your forehead. Soften your eyebrows and your eyes. Relax the muscles to your face. All while continuing to take nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Let go of any tension you're holding in your jaw. Allow your shoulders to drop down as your neck and your shoulders relax. And now just relax from your shoulders, down your arms, to your hands, all the way out through your fingertips. And now relaxing from your shoulders, down your chest, through your torso, through all the way to your hips. And relaxing from your hips, down your thighs, through your legs, your lower legs, all the way out through your feet. Your body should feel fully relaxed. This is a great breath to do before you do a meditative practice. Helps drop you in. And it also is great to do before you self-pleasure, you make love, because you're going to connect more and experience more pleasure because you're more connected to your body and to your sensation. And you're increasing your oxygenation to your sex organs as well. Now, to add to the bliss breath, we're going to do 3 really deep breaths. We're going to switch it up. So take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it to the top for a second. And when you exhale with sound, go, ha, and just let it out. Now do this again. Sound is like a thief. It steals attention from your body. So again, long, slow, deep breath in. Hold at the top. Exhale. Ha. Just let it out. We'll do that one more time. Long, slow, deep inhale in. Hold at the top. And then exhale with sound. Ha. And just let it go. And then whenever you're ready, just slowly blink your eyes open and return to the space around you. Those are some practices you can do to help regulate your nervous system and decrease the amount of stress in your body. I've had couples start to have more desire. It rekindles the romance. But a lot of times the stress, we're so overwhelmed that it's really having a negative impact on ourselves and the world around us. Feel free to share with friends.